Well, I think we've smashed another story, so let's go to the Times. And this one is about someone as hated in Scotland as Boris Johnson. And incredibly, it's not Leo Kearse.
Yeah, no, just some people. People with neck beards hate me in Scotland. But, yeah, I wasn't speaking about yours, although you would fit in. But, yeah, talking of the next Tory leader, so Scotland is more likely to become independent if Liz Truss becomes Prime Minister, according to a survey of opinion across the Union. The research also suggests that Northern Ireland is on course to leave the UK within 20 years. So this is a panel-based survey. I mean, the conclusion is a little bit vague. It's well within the margin of error. So at the moment, it shows 49% support for independence and 51% support for the Union among those who've made up their minds. So these are the people, cast iron. So this isn't the overall population. There's another big chunk in the middle who, can be swayed either way. But support for staying in the UK falls slightly to 48% if Truss becomes Prime Minister and stays at 49% if Rishi Sunak takes over. So really, it doesn't make any difference, is what they're saying. I mean, that should be the headline. It doesn't make any difference. It's not that, Truss is more hated in Scotland. Nobody in Scotland really cares. A lot of them are rabid nationalists and want to leave anyway, even though it'd be the equivalent of, chewing your own arm off.
Because you were there in August, probably, at the Edinburgh Festival. What was the vibe? Was there a vibe of, even more anti-Englishness, the same anti-Trussness? Were people going around with anti-Truss signs?
I was at the Edinburgh Festival, which is more English than England itself.
Oh, good point.
So, yeah, it's basically an extension of...
And Edinburgh is fairly pro-union as Scottish towns go, right?
Yeah. Yes, as far as I know.
Compared to, it's
compared to Glasgow,
yeah.
And I think it's more like, in the Highlands and stuff, when you get into the real sort of ultra-nationalist places.
I don't know if the Times here are kind of rooting for, by doing this story, that, Liz Truss is really hated in Scotland, if they're putting their vote behind Liz Truss, that, look, she's already hated, just to let you know she's going to be hated when she comes in power, or if it's like a sneaky kind of, she's really hated, so we should go for Rishi. So I'm not sure where they're going. Yeah, it's like double kind of bluff here. I'm not sure what's going on here with the Times article. What do you think?
They've really spun a lot from basically nothing. I mean, the difference, 48% for Liz Truss and 49% for Rishi. I mean, come on, that's pretty much exactly the same.
No, you can tell. I mean, the Daily Mail did 3 "We Hate Rishi" stories in a row, whereas the Times have done lots of, hey, Rishi's great, Truss isn't. Yeah, it's not that subtle. But anyway, OK.